For people who doesn't know me, so my name is Mohamed Zaki. I'm the Deputy Director of a research center here called Cambridge Service Alliance. And Cambridge Service Alliance is one of the research centers that based in an institute called Institute for Manufacturing, which is part of the engineering department here in the University of Cambridge. We try to do a lot of activities around the recent technologies and its impact on services and customer experience in general, which is a focus of the CSA. And today we choose obviously one of these hot topics that everybody talks about and how we can navigate its, if you like, potential opportunities when it comes to create new services, managing our experience with our customers, and whether this can generate some new business model opportunities for firms, but also the challenges that comes around it as well, which is generative AI. It's quite a hot topic. Everybody talks about it. Probably most of us use the recent technologies like ChatGPT and etc. and see the potential of how it interacts with us. But before we deep into the workshop, I tend to do a quick, if you like, brief and overview about what we do here in the CSA. And that's give a little bit for our delegates, understand a little bit background about the research centers and etc. and what kind of research we do in these areas. So it's the CSA established around 2010 by two companies, which is BE System and IBM at that time. And the two companies saw a shift, a transition from their business moving from a product-centric firm, so selling products in transactional needs, in the case of IBM, for example, selling mainframes, servers, into more moving into that service-centric organization. So how we can bundle products and services together to offer a better solutions for our customers. And since then, other companies as well, like Caterpillar, GEA, and recently as well, HCL Techs and Bouygues, who joined the consortium here and help us to build a practical, if you like, research. So we are coming from academic perspectives. They as well shape our research by the practical challenges they're facing, if you like, now and as well in the future. So that's help us and help them as well to build practical tools. We can build as well some insights into some of these kind of challenges that they have in the future and business in general. And part of this, we do these events. So because we don't want to feel that we're quite isolated, we academics, work in a challenge and, without, see the impact of this in industry. Would love to hear your feedback as well. Would like to hear the industry as well challenge it in its practical way, and that can shape our future agenda when it comes to the research and the opportunities we do with our partners. This is the current team at the moment, so you can see some of them are obviously researchers here in the CSA, but also as well we have a network of international senior academics who has expertise, and one of them actually will gonna join us today, which is Tor Anderson, who will come as well to speak a little bit about the future of generative AI from academic view. How's that gonna look like as well? So we as well open for our international collaborations. We don't have all the answers, but we rely as well to work in collaborators, international and senior academics across the globe. One of the key things in the CSA when we talked to some of our industrial partners about the challenge that they might face as well, especially when the digital transformation is starting to happen with many firms, it came that kind of view, that idea of future of AI in general to enable us and to build the right experience for our customers, but create the right business opportunities for us. And why is this? Because there are four themes. Have a huge issue with these firms. One is the application of emerging technology. And the right things about generative AI, it's spot on, right? Because again, yesterday we were speaking about the AI in general. Today is about generative AI. So you can see the fast pace of the technology is coming into our world. And there is new technology from one time to another coming to us. So which one we should experiment? Which one is fitting our strategy? Which one fitting our, if you like, portfolio of services and product that we produce into our customers? Hence here the question is about, can this technology help us to design our future services? And if so, how to apply it? And then there is another probably theme here is about the experience part. And the technology is being known and from the whole inception of the digital born firms, so that's including Amazon and Google and etc. They show us, how they can use this technology to enable them to build the right experience for their customers, but also as well how to manage it as well. Because again, once you are really investing in the digital capabilities, you're engaging heavily with your customers, it captures a lot of data, and this data can inform you how you manage the experience and the service better for your customers, and really provide the right experience for them, personalize it, and etc. So there is a question and theme in general about how we can use the AI capability to manage customer experience and build a personalized one as well. Which is one of our researchers as well, which is Jan Blumer, will speak a little bit today about some of the work that we do in this area. And hence a lot of the firms really pushing into investing heavily into the new, if you like, oil now, like everybody's speaking, which is the data, the AI capability, and upskilling their employees, around this technology. You can see that firms typically ask a question, can we have a return of investments? Can we create a new business model opportunities and generate new revenue streams based on this investment that we're putting in? It's great that we have designing new services to our customers. It's great that we can manage experience. But the question will still rely, because typically most of these firms are commercial, how we can generate new business model opportunities that can help us to demonstrate that there are some return of investments for these capabilities when we put it in. And then the last questions typically comes in, obviously. So now you are shifting. If you think about my story at the beginning of the Service Alliance, most of these established firms coming from product-centric, if you like, mindsets and strategy, shifting into a service-centric strategy. Now the question is, now they are moving into capitalizing on customer experience centricity or AI-enabled business, data-driven business, and etc. That's definitely changed the way that their strategy should look like. So that's including capabilities they have to have, how they can communicate this internally and also externally to their customers in general. So that's including, that questions about how you formulate a successful strategy that enable you to shift from one strategy that you have before into the new strategy that you could have. So again, this is typically, obviously, there is no order in these type of themes. It's actually, they are quite interconnected, linked together. Some firms think about, let's experiment new technologies, see how this is going to end up. Some firms think first about the strategy and the problem and how they build the capability. Then they try to explore how they can create new business model, applying the right technology, and whether this have enabled them to build the right experience or not. So there is no right, order here in these themes. It's quite connected and interconnected, and quite complex question as well from my point of view. We managed as well to came up with some frameworks and tools that we've been using or producing with some of our researchers here. And the way I'm structuring it, so there's that question about designing, and there is that question about management side. And if you think about the designing part, there is that kind of concepts about what we call it, how we build, the right capabilities to enable us to integrate our digital channels with our physical channels and what we call it the social channels. Probably we know the digital and physical, a lot of firms talks about how we can combine and integrate our digital capabilities with our physical capabilities to enable us to really offer the right services and innovate our services. But importantly, the social part here become important discussions a lot. So social is about interaction. So who we are interacting when you're offering a service, are interacting with a human-to-human interaction. So that's frontline employees with our customers, for example. Ecosystem perspectives, right? So typically when we are offering a service, we have a group of actors and firms that help us to deliver that service to our customers. So how you build that integration, and that's integration is quite important because again, customers engaging with one brand, whether the channel is digital, whether the channel is physical, whether the channel is social. So it has to be consistency and build that consistent experience. One of the big worry and one of the big challenges that firms really look at. Then deep dive into the journey aspects and touch points and how you build the right emotion. There's discussion as well. There are some frameworks and tools about you go up notch as well. So satisfying your customer is not enough in our world at the moment to enable to build a competitive advantage with you. So there are discussions about how we build a delightful experience as well. So, and when you reach that delightful experience, you build, if you like, you build a bond with your customers. You build, if you like, fans, that really looks after. So think about Apple, for example. It's a manufacturing company, but they managed to build, if you like, loyal customers, fan, that loves their products and services. When they launch any products and service, straight away, people queue in to buy these products and services. But going from the design perspective into the management perspective, so some of the frameworks and tools here more into the technology part, can we employ some of the capabilities of AI to enable us to understand the experience better and help us really to go deeper into our customer needs and behavior so we can offer the right experience to our customers? But also as well, digital offer us that kind of engagement, better engagement with our customers before the previous era, where we are relying more in a transactional approach, where customers comes to us, we serve them, and we try to do some mechanism of after service. And engagements here mean content, right? So you try to build contents that resonate with your customers to help you to keep them engaged with your channel. Whether it is digital, whether it is physical, whether it is social aspects as well. So the question is, can we apply AI capability here to really understand what things make our customers like or dislike some of our engagement contents that we push in our digital channel, and whether this can help us really to build the right content for them, personalize it to them to increase engagement when it comes to the channel in general. And some of the current research that we do, and so like I said, we'll talk a little bit. One of our researcher here going to talk around his work about this personalized relationship and personalized experience. One of the key touch points that a lot of firms really struggle to build the right experience is the customer service, right? Most of us, if I ask any of our attendees today, can you tell me and inform me about some of your bad experience? Probably they will push about customer service, a rude employee, or his inquiry or her inquiry has not been responded, and etc. And in some cases, this is a scripted, if you like, function, right? You can sense as a customer that typical agents is really scripting a lot when they are interacting and engaging. And when it comes to as well automation world, like a chatbot or something, same happening. And here is, we are talking about now the future of services in the AI world and experience. So here personalization become a big part. Can we personalize as well our communications with our customers based on their emotion, their interaction, their inquiry, to help us really to satisfy them when they are interacting with that touch point? And Jan today will speak more details about that area. Moving across, I'm not going to go in details in this, moving some of our research working about strategic as well, how you build that customer centricity strategy in your firm, and by focusing more about the small details that enable you really to move from where you are into a higher maturity in general. We also, we are academics, so we publish most of our papers, and basically we put this in top-tier academic journals, but at the same way, we try to push as well to some of these practical outlets, because given that some of our partners as well from the practice and industry are want to communicate as well and disseminate some of the, if you like, the research we do. So we have some attempts in Harvard Business Review and similar, where we try to really make it more an insightful and industrial, if you like, focus, and we about some of the research and outcome we did here. And let's move now to the agenda of today. So hopefully that gives for people who doesn't know us today, a brief about the research center and some of the research activity we do here and the events we do. But I'm really excited about our lineup speakers today, where they're coming from different sectors. So we try to balance these kind of workshops between industry view and academic view, and that's helped us in general to have an informal discussions in general around the future of this technology and how we really look into the opportunities, but also as well address some of the challenges